We've been doing this for 4 years now, and it's been a lot of study. Data is complicated. That's why Google is worth what it is, because when you need to find something you're looking for, they do a great job of pulling it up and providing it to you. The next iteration version dashboard is this feature where you can search and it will find you the right database. From there, if you're doing the white label, it would be a much easier pathway for the end user to purchase. Anything data that can be provided, the end user is actually paying you for. Different naming efforts, we're going to be putting together a system and method where anyone who's uploading data will have about 10 different ways to describe the data. That feature, tied in with how we name databases and the different combinations of how we describe what's in that database, is going to create a seamless system to allow the most non-affluent technology and database systems. They will be able to just type in what it is that they need, and depending on how this has been put together, it will pull out the product that they best can use. And from there, it can be purchased. And on the backside, it will be stuck onto the marketplace to be fulfilled. So big change. In short, people can type in what they want. It creates the product for them. They can purchase it. And then after they purchase it, it will go up to the marketplace to be fulfilled by one of our data providers. Much more fit together in a box where you can sell a product and all at the same time. It'll end up pushing that product to one of the database providers to end up loading for you. So you can give it to the user and you just sold it to them, and now you're being paid for that data.
Is there some sort of, I see right now what I'm looking at on the screen, I see 0.1.01.04, that's price, that I missed the header.
Right now it's just a filler. There's about 2 layers to this. So we're Avocadata, and Avocadata is selling the software to the white labelers. We're just the infrastructure.
Yeah.
And because we're the infrastructure, we're able to platform actual data distributors and data buyers. So the Data to Leads and Avocadata are 2 separate things. Avocadata is the platform I spent all the money I made on Data to Leads over 3 or 4 years to build Avocadata. So this Data to Leads store is really the same as a white label. Our packages are $500 and $800 that we sell to every white label. The $500 is a database that you can create with multiple keywords. Someone can pay you in advance $600 or $800, and they will buy from you the ability to build that database that they put their keywords in here for. It's happening all in one, where they put in what they want, it creates the product, and they purchase the same product that is created instantly. And then the fulfillment of that database gets stuck to the fulfillment marketplace. We only have a few companies that do fulfillment right now that we're closely partnered with. They would be able to then provide you the data to then push to your white label. As an example, this is a white label data provider that provides all of the data to our sub-white labels that do their own agency for data as a service. This user right here ends up selling a database for whether it's $299 or $999. This database is the same database that she's chopped up in many different ways. So for $500 a month, she gets one unique database that she gets the ability to download 5,000 records per minute from. And she has decided with her white label to build her business around a $199 plan for 2,500 leads a month. So the only time she would get an increased charge is if someone wants to buy a new database from her. She may sell a new database for $999. And if that's the case, she brought in $1,000, then purchase the database from one of the providers, and then she would be able to turn on the options for her users to either pay for different packages or subscribe for different limits that they can download from those specific databases. Any database that user ends up purchasing, they can resell within this white label ecosystem that we provide at no additional cost. We limit you based on download speed. We're basically creating 2 currencies, the download speed and the credit limit. So we give you 5,000 credits a minute. Every minute it goes to 5,000, it goes to 0, back to 5,000. And from that limit, you can build a business around the credits per day, per hour, per month. That's how you can create this entire data as a service business. And it doesn't cost anything to start building. It only starts to cost money once you want to fill your database with different data. So this white label in particular, Real Estate Surge, they only work with real estate agents who are looking to buy a home or that look for people to buy a home or sell a home. She added the licensed attorney database that I gave her in nursing. She likes the nursing database because she's targeting nurses to buy a home, probably better income, stable jobs. She put together the buyer intent database, and she also put together the sell my home database, and you'll see it updates monthly. So every month they are getting updates that they're reselling to their users, and their users are getting live intent leads, which are people who are actually Googling keywords around sell my home, buy my home, sell a home and buy a new one. And it's a lot of intuitiveness to figure out, okay, what is it that they're searching for, what keyword, like keyword engineering, audience engineering. So there is a bit to that, but every month she gets to change these databases if she chooses to. And if not, we just update the same keywords and it just goes over to the next month.
When you say update in a month, does that mean the first of every month or 30 days from when the database was created?
It's basically around your renewal date, right? Your billing date. So it's every 30 days. However, you require literally like weekly updates. I mean, there's literally a couple $100 extra and we'll get you weekly updates. So let us know, if you require the data to be updated weekly or every 2 weeks, or that's something you're interested in, just reach out to one of us and talk to us about it. And we're happy to put that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know that I saw in here, you mentioned you had some fulfillment partners, but let's say I had my own scraper that I was going after like certain businesses, let's say, and then I gathered that data in some sort of a CSV, and then I have the ability to upload that into my white label and be able to use the platform to bill and send and manage.
Yeah, yes, and you can also sell that data if you have benefit from it.
Yeah, so you could be a fulfillment provider, right? So this person purchased residential cleaning, and I'm the one who fulfilled it and just uploaded 100,000 people that were Googling residential home cleaning in the last 7 to 10 days. And he paid $4.99 for this. And he has the ability to download it himself or put it into his white label version to resell. We fit in one shoebox. We sell you a $499 virtual box where you can either upload data, download data, move data. It's the system at its core is like a Snowflake application or Databricks. And we just happened to make a lead generation marketplace as our first play because Data to Leads was the first company we set up, which was just focused on providing Go High Level for $4.99 a month and filling it up with 5,000 records. And we did that the first 2 or 3 years, and we brought in $500,000 in sales with spending $500 a month on Go High Level, and that was it. So that's how the whole thing got built. But you can add any data you want. You have the ability to clone different parts of your own databases, so you can save some time, make some templates, so you don't have to keep doing it every time. We can name it real-time geolocation in Nebraska. And this is what I was saying is a placeholder. We'll just put 0.01. If you were scraping that info, you would just have to structure it the same way that the spreadsheet you're uploading is. So that the system's designed where you can build anything in a database very easily without having to have the expertise of data architecture or infrastructure. And then when you upload it, everyone can see it and they can purchase it.
And everyone is multiple users throughout the ecosystem, or just the people that I bring into my white label?
Everyone in the ecosystem. What we're figuring out now is that payment distribution. So we have a lot of users. We have 4,000 users that are active monthly, and about 200 of them are white labels that have set up their own beginning to end ecosystem, buy, resell, license, white label, whatever term you want to use, different data. Now, what we are thinking, someone goes out and gets a sale through the dashboard here that I was showing, right? Let's say someone searches auto part manifest. If that was the case, it would get created and then someone could take payment. And then it would create on the fulfillment marketplace an opportunity for someone to fulfill it.
I think the question is, does Todd have the ability to create and upload his database and make it so it's not visible to everyone, but only to the people that he brings into his white label?
Yeah, so it's two-sided. You can share it with the marketplace, or you can just bring them into your own system and not have them access to Advocate Data. Just you can onboard them through whatever white label you set up.
Right. I mean, in the instance where I have a buyer that says he wants something very specific, then I could go and, if I can't find it easily in the fulfillment center, then I could possibly go out and scrape it myself, upload it in the system, then he can just access it. Off he goes. Or I could take a stab in the dark and go after, some other vertical and drop it into here as a database for sale that one of the 4,000 free users might see and pick up on and would like.
Exactly. And being they're all logged in, we can see who's going where. You know what I mean? We're getting a lot of information. So we're not setting it up where we're a lead generation system for data providers yet. More so, we're partnering with you to distribute it because it's just easier to make sure, in terms of money wise, paying each other. It's a lot easier doing it more on a partnership level.